Hello YouTube, it is Damien. It is the story, the Journeyman with a twist. And today here at Adelaide United in Season 1, we have got Sydney FC in a massive game in the league, and then more importantly, away in New Zealand to Wellington Phoenix. As you can see from the table to the left-hand side underneath our logo, we are top, Wellington second, and Sydney FC are third. Since we last met, we have lost our first game in the league. We've only lost the one game, and we'll explain as to why that was. But more importantly, we need to talk about a little bit of a pressing issue at hand. The transfer window is closing, and it's only to the 11th. I've been over wage for the whole season, where Adelaide United do not have a lot of money in comparison to the rest of the league. I'm pretty sure you can see that in terms of team detailed and down to salary per year. Yeah, we are bottom. And you can't see it because of my face. If I just take out my webcam and my border's in the way, you can now see that we are spending on 1.21 then Newcastle Jets. So we, as I get my everything back here, 1, 2, there we go, nice, there we are. As you can see, we don't spend too much money. That's a bit of an issue, because there is players that I want to sign. We actually have no designated players, and the way the registration rules work here in the A-League, and we have to talk about it, is designated players. We've got none, 3 of them don't count towards the salary cap, and don't count towards being registered. Or they count towards being registered, or don't count towards the salary cap. Makes it all a little bit weird. We've got 3 options that we can do, and because of those 3, we've got 3 players that we can sign. I've looked at signing a couple, but they all want like 3 to 4, 5K a week, and we don't have the money to do that. Now, I'm not selling people anything to facilitate that. The squad's doing so well, I'll look at it at the end of the year, and we'll explain why the end of the year might be so important for us in terms of if we stay, if we look to leave, etc., etc. Next thing is I've made a boo-boo. Now, in the A-League, they have a weird rule on FM where apparently your squad, if you register people outside the squad, they leave on mutual consent no matter what. Now, I believe in real life in the A-League, they can be A, registered, and B, right, they can sit around the club. Now, I've had to let go of 5 youth players, and I've had to let go of George Blackwood for money that's come out of the club. Main reason is this. Scholarship players don't need to be re-signed. I'm pretty sure in real life as well, breakthrough prospects, pretty much anyone that's under the age of 18 do not need to be registered in the A-League. I've signed next year a new deal because his contract was expiring. I wanted to make sure he's still here if we're going to be here. And because of that, I had to release people to fit him in the club. So I've now released 4 youth prospects, which doesn't bother me, and George Blackwood, which doesn't bother me too much, but it's cost me money. And I think that's a bit more of a game being a glitch or the game not understanding the rules in the A-League. I do believe that, basically anyone under 18 doesn't need, to be registered, nor being a breakthrough prospect or scholarship players. So yeah, pretty odd situation, pretty unique to the A-League. But yeah, so as you can see there, we've had to release some people. More importantly as well, we've had to get the squad down to 23 players. In real life, we actually have 27 registered, and the game was picking it up as we're not allowed to. I thought the rule was 30 in the A-League change of this year, but apparently not. So there you go. That leads me on to our next one. Hiroshi is, getting a contract ending in 6 months' time. He wants about $1K a week. And if I want to think about maybe next year, if we're still here and have some sort of money, maybe we will go and maybe we should sell. We got a 3.5K bid from the guy who Stoles. I think it's like 2.6 up front. Oh, it's actually 2.9. That's fine. But we're getting the wage off. I do have Lockie Brook here who can do a job off the bench up top, so that's perfectly fine as well. So we're going to get rid of him. And just a little bit of transfer drama and registration drama. My biggest tip to anyone doing an A-League save, do not, even though your players are going to expire in 6 months' time, do not go after contract renewals till the end of the season just in case you have to cut players. So yeah, we've gone through that for the first 5 minutes of this video. It's just me going, I've made a boo-boo, it's no good, Now let's go to the game that we have you last saw us play as Western Sydney. We then just lost the Brisbane Roar to cap off the end of the stream the other night. Dominated the game. As you can see, a rotated side, really rotated. Mo Touré's first game back. Yengi even started, at the back. Main reason was that a lot of lads a lot of lads were just tired. You know, so many games in Jan, and it was just like, all right, Brisbane are having a really poor year. Let's go after them. They sat their coach 2 games later because they lost the game after this, and then just bang, they sat their coach. Yeah, they scored a header corner in the 74th minute, and we've lost to 4 shots, 2 on target, where we've had a better XG, 92 pass completion. Wouldn't say we were great, but we didn't play bad, and the fact that we lost this game is beyond a joke. But, well, you know, if you're going to lose one game all year, that's probably going to be the game that you rotate in. We then went 1-0 down against Newcastle Jets, and here I am thinking we're going to throw it all away. And then eventually I see Porody showing through, a little bit more clinical. Isaias ran the show, and as you can see, there you go. That was not too bad. And then Neshri scores a goal off the bench. I go, okay, I need to get this guy on a new deal so we don't lose him. And next minute, we just, the squad registration / transfers ensued from there. Apart from that, look, we're in a really good spot. We've obviously got Sydney FC today, which is going to be a massive game. They've got one of the best squads in the comp, and hopefully we'll be okay. Craig Goodwin, for the first time, by the way, is going to play since the injury. Now, he did get a, what was I about to say? He did get some minutes off the bench, I think, a couple games ago. Yeah, Brisbane Roar. I threw him on with 15, seeing him on one leg could maybe pinch the goal. Didn't happen. And then against Newcastle Jets, because we were dominating, we decided to let him go. That's fine, as in not coming off the bench. Now, Timothy's having a really good time of it, that I'm not actually going to put Goodwin back there at wing-back. I'm going to leave him there. And because he likes to cut in so much and he's so good, I might get him going inside forward and a little bit more narrow. Now, I tried that with Mo Toure last game for 20 minutes. He played really poor in the inverted winger. Brought him on as an inside forward, and he actually did a pretty decent job, so we'll see how Craig Goodwin goes. It's nice to have one of your best players back. In terms of the team as well, we have got Ansell out injured. He's still out for the next 8 days to 2 weeks. And 1 day he's playing for an injection because he's picked up a knock as well with a pulled calf muscle. We need him to get through this game specifically and then see where we sit. Your team is Delinov, Lopez, 1 day Jacobson, Timofu, Isaias, Diorigo, Bernardo, Kiddo, Goodwin, and Klopp. This is the first time we played Sydney FC and Wade A-League West. We've already played Melbourne City for the most amount of times already this season. We don't play them at all. This is a massive game. We win this game, we win the next one. I believe we're going to win the league title. And now, because we're now to the second half of the season as well, before I forget, it's telling you where you qualify for the Asian Champions League. And as you can see, if you win the minor premiership, that's the Asian Champions League. And if we do that, I will stay for a second season, just to have a crack at the Asian Champions League before I look to go abroad. Right, let's go into this and see how we go here. The boys look pretty good there as well. What's this Sydney FC side looking like? You got Redmayne in goals. Now, for me, Grant wants to leave, and I'm starting to scout Australian talent that maybe has their contracts expiring, because I will take lads as well. Like Ben Warland's obviously not too bad there. Mazzillo used to play for us. Kazondo's a very good player as well. Luke Braddon's leaving, apparently. Nigel de Jong. Yes, Nigel de Jong's there. I know he's not the quickest. Narsing's quick. Lafondra's Lafondra, and Barbarousis is Barbarousis. On the bench, you know, you got Paolo Retre, great player as well. Patrick Wood's another one that's not too bad. He's a bit better in real life, the youngster. And Anthony Kakeris is not bad either. So, yeah, very good squad. Very good squad. Yeah, we got Javi Lopez, so I don't need Ryan Grant, but his contract's expiring. I'm tempted to maybe pick him up as a backup right back, but he would want to be a star player, I think, and play every minute. All right, here we go. See where we sit here. 4-4-2 versus our 4-3-3. We've had a really good time of it of late. As you can see, we do have a game in hand. We are 7 points clear from Wellington and 8 points clear from Sydney FC. I believe they're on 20 points. With that game in hand with Wellington, a loss here and Wellington win makes that next game so massive, or a loss here, Wellington still have a game in hand when we play them next week in New Zealand and we lose as well. I think in terms of just knowing that there's only 26 games in the season, I would take 2 draws against both of these boys and then go and try and win the remaining games. And then on the way back against Sydney FC, try and draw. And then Wellington Phoenix obviously try and win at home and hopefully secure it. Saying that though, 30 minutes played within the better side here. 91 pass completion, 56% possession. I love it when we play this possession-based system. It's usually pretty good. But at the minute, nothing to show or not even a highlight. Goodwin looking absolutely like he's dead out there too. So yeah, Craig Goodwin has maybe not been as ready as we thought. He's apparently got a little bit of fitness left, so leave him out there now. Could play him as a winger. I haven't really had much luck with wingers, and I feel like it just hurts us, but I guess he could cut in or beat people and get a ball into the box. Maybe we'll play him as a winger because that's where he's good. Free kick here. Isaiah's backstick. Jacobson heads Diarigo if he's onside. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure they had someone in the 6-yard box, so I think we're pretty good that we are 1-0 up. And for all the dominations, the set-piece headed goal, Chris Beef having a look at VAR and says it is a goal. And that's huge in the terms of this title race. Isaiah's, Jacobson heads down, and Diarigo, the youngster, scores 1-0 in. Off comes Craig Goodwin now. And I am going to bring Mo Toure off the bench. And there we go. 60 minutes played. 1-0 to the good. Been the better side. But I think this might make Sydney FC come out and play that a little bit better now as well. Kesomba. Yeah, it was Dan, wasn't it? Wilkinson. We are live on Twitch. Links down below. And if you are enjoying the episode, go give it a like and subscribe. May help me not concede from this highlight as Grant down the line to Lafondra. Finds his way to Braddon. Great ball over the top there to Barbacusis, and he fires over the bar. So your likes and subscribes just helped. Well done. Anyway, highlight again. We need a second here. We've been the better side. Bernardo now. Clough. Think when your midfield has Bernardo in it, as much as I love the guy, probably means that we are a little bit weaker as Clough fires over the bar. 2 big chances either end for both men up top. And both of them have missed. 70 minutes played. Corner. Oof. Just feel like Sydney FC after the goal just started to come into this game. Ball in, headed, back stick. Wilkinson's there. Hits, and that's it. It's 1-1 just like that. Sydney FC find a goal. It's going to be a very nervous 15 minutes. We've been much the better side, and it's 1-1 now. It'd be a big loss. Lose this game, and honestly, I think we would then probably lose to Wellington. Lost 3 of our last 4, and then it would be whatever. Their first shot on target's gone in. That's never handy. Kiddo looking like he needs some rest. Do that. Get Mo Toure through the middle. Bit more speed. I'm going to get a pressing forward for Mo Toure as well. And Bernardo's had a stinker. And Josh is going to come in as well. 17 shots, 11 on target. Been much the better side. If Sydney FC find a winner, what an FMing. Still an FMing anyway. 1-1. Look at that for the highlights. 19 shots, 12 on target, 89 pass completion. I did say at the start of the game I would take a draw, but when you dominate and have 19 shots, I'm freaking annoyed that it's 1-1. We may have just let the title slip just then. Well, we're still okay in the title race, but we may have let the title slip in terms of we could have got away and maybe won the title or had 1 foot through for the title today. Now, that's a big call with a lot of games left, but if we can continue down the same vein of form and win that one, then yeah, wouldn't be bad. Just now down to Wellington Phoenix, and you know, you can't rule much of the other teams out. Win that one there, we cracked the 30 mark. I'm starting to think, oh yeah, you know, not too bad with 12 games to go or so. It's okay, as long as we win the next one, that's fine. I'm going to have to give one day another injection as well here, which I don't like, but just poor bloke has to do what he has to do. And I'm just going to move Craig Goodwin just as a winger on attack. It's his best role, so we'll do that too. All right, so that's the end of this first part of the episode. Not too bad. When we come back, Wellington Phoenix away and a massive game in the league. Hopefully Wellington do not win their next game, but we'll wait and we'll see. And we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, YouTube. Second versus first. Massive game. More importantly, Wellington Phoenix won another one. Let's look at them. They don't lose. They always win by, you know, a goal, apart from that 5-2. And then, yeah, last time we played them, we did beat them 4-0. So hopefully that happens here again. And saying that, though, we're not at our best, and the main reason is this. Zach Clough now has got a training injury as well. So you've got Clough getting training injuries. You've now obviously lost one day. He's playing on one leg at centre-back, waiting for Ansel to come back. We lose another centre-back. We're in massive trouble. It just feels a lot like we're starting to limp towards the line. Hopefully, you know, Ansel can come back and then allow for a one day to get a little bit of recovery. And then Zach Clough can obviously come back in a couple of weeks. Now, I gave the injection to one day to keep him in because we didn't really have another option at centre-back. Can also play Timothy there, move Goodman to left-back. Don't know if I want to do that. But Zach Clough we've left out. And it's mainly because at least he comes back within 3 weeks instead of having a 4 to 5 week injury. And that's, you know, there's a couple big games that we should be targeting to win there as well. But in terms of the team, it means that Lockie Brook, who has been on loan from Brentford as a bit of a prospect, coming in at the false 9. Now, can actually play false 9 decently well because he's more of an attacking mid. So he's going to get a couple of games here to hopefully do his thing. And I've got at least, Nestri and Mo Toure off the bench if needs be as well. But I don't particularly like it. We do, however, have a signing to talk about. Sama Malik, former Adelaide United boy, played many a season back here. Do believe his dad owns a cafe in Prospect. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he does. He's going to come in next year, mate. Ball playing defender and defend. Mate, left-hand side of the back two, ball playing defender to replace one day. I said that we need a keeper, a centre-back, and a centre-mid. That's your centre-back. Because at the A-League level, if you can see by scout report, he's leading, which is huge. Could play left-back, but he's definitely going to play centre-back. And away we go. Because I just think he's good on the ball. He's going to help us build out. And that's all that matters. Jacobson thinks left as well, which is not good. But we'll find a way, which is fine. In terms of your team, it's pretty much the same side, but with Brook up top and Goodwin playing as a winger this time out as well. Yeah, deja vu for us. Or you could play DM and move Isaias going forward and he's a midfield signing. But I don't particularly like it. All right, boys, this is it. This is a huge game here in the A-League. Are they lining up 4-4-2 like they did last time? We beat them 4-0. We absolutely pumped them. They are lining up 4-4-2. If you remember what I did say about that game, though, they actually played out of their skin, had more possession than us at home, at our home ground, and had the similar amount of shots. We just dominated. So, yeah, this is going to be a big old game, this one here. Let's see how we go. Massive. Would I take a draw? Probably. Well, thanks, man. Didn't have to. Right. Not a deal, but we're adapting. Right, here we go. Big game. Huge game. Massive. Like, for me, super duper Gary Hooper, pretty much. First versus second. We're starting to cop injuries. If Wellington win this game, they would have a game in hand and a chance to knock us out of a top spot. A draw leaves us still in the top realms. And a win would be massive. We did beat them 4-0. We just pumped Sydney FC, who FM'd us for a 1-1 draw. Now it's about us, and look, they've started unbelievably well. Oh, we're in trouble. Passing at 84% is the worst pass completion we've had all year in a game. 24% of the ball. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. We're a ball possession side that usually averages about 55 to 60% possession, and here we go. None of the ball whatsoever. Considering how this half's gone, I'm taking 0-0. I'm taking pointless highlights here. What the flying frick has gone on here? We lose that cloth, and here we go. Am I going to make a change? I think I am going to make a change. Saying that, though, it's our highlight. It's not maybe our highlight, I don't know, but we're on the ball here. Isaias, Diarigo, Timofu. Goodwin beat a man. Instead, he looks inside of Diarigo. Diarigo. Ball in, backstick, Kiddo, over the bar. That would have been totally against the run of play and a run of possession. Would have been nice. Another highlight. Diarigo. Good ball to Zach. Needs runners. Nothing there. Yes, he is. Lockie Brook. First start with the injuries. Ball to Kiddo. Javi Lopez. Beat your man. Ball in the box. Numbers queuing. Backstick. Craig Goodwin. Come on. Let's go. He's back from injury. And his second start since injury. And the torn hamstring. He scores. And against the run of play, we lead 1-0 in New Zealand. Javi Lopez to Craig Goodwin, the two best players we have at the football club by a mile. And bang, it's 1-0. Without having the ball, we've been really good. Probably the centre mid on attack. Not gonna lie. Man, we have been so poor. Well done, Delianov. They're down to 10 men here. Hooper's off. Boys, this is your chance to score. Them down to 10. Be ruthless. Diarigo, Hooper waiting to come back on. If he comes on right now, I'd scream at the referee. Isaias, Diarigo. Good to Craig Goodwin. Needs runners. Lockie Brook. Options with him. He's gone himself. If he's going to go himself, he's got to probably go with a dink there. All right. So, Lockie Brook's playing all right. Kiddo's having a stinker. Nestry's going to come on and actually do that. I'm actually going to go to an inside forward of Nestry, and I'm going to go do an inside inverted winger on attack on the other side of Craig Goodwin. And Joe Coletti is going to come in here. So many people are dead. Don't want to take Isaias off, that's for sure. Don't want to see me take Lewis off, that's for sure. I want to probably take Josh, but Josh has got legs. No, we'll leave it. One change, done. Don't really have the quality to do much. Alright, 87th minute. Now we'd make the change for Josh. Send him in on support on a box-to-box. Help out a little bit more. Time wasting change. Mo Toure for Lockie Brook. Highlight. Fucking hell, man. Diego. Diggs. Blot. Joey Coletti. Isaias. Diego. Have a dig. Doesn't. George. Ball in. Nestry. Great save from Sale. Could have been 2. All right, there's a minute left on the clock, and we've got a corner. So, yes, whips one. Jacobson, that is it. Come on. We have not played well at all here against Wellington, and we have got away with it. It's 2-0. It's all she wrote. What a win it is in terms of the league in the context. First versus second, and we beat Wellington, but... yeah, Wellington have now played against us in the... they might score late. You never know. They did. They maybe have a chance. Wellington played against us in Adelaide and did the same thing where they played really well and should have got something from the game. We won 4-0. And here we've been on, we've been very lucky. We needed the second too. It's a 2-1 win. Look, 34% of the ball. I know we had chances, but our brand of football was possession-based domination. That is a pretty poor effort from us there today. But sometimes possession's overrated, and sometimes you just need to soak it up and play on the break solely. And then, yeah, that was really good. That is massive. All right, now I'm going to leave one day to the physio. And what that means now is, look at that. I know they have a game in hand there, Wellington, but we do have an 8-point gap to them now, which is massive. I do know there's 2 games left for Sydney FC who would probably jump Wellington if they won both as well. But, we're in a not bad spot there. We've played 15. We're on 32 points. First team to get to 30. There is 11 games left to go because it's a 26-game season. And when we are going to meet each other next here, YouTube, is going to be Central Coast Mariners and Melbourne Victory for the next episode. And then the episode after that will be the end of season, Sydney FC at Western United, Brisbane Roar sort of running. Something around like that. See you next time though. Like and subscribe. Massive win. Huge moment. And hopefully we can continue it going forward. We can hopefully get there and get Asian Champions League football by winning the minor premiership.